All right, welcome back, everybody. Last we left off after a long-ass dungeon and complicated dungeon. The group unlocked a sort of stasis bubble, unlocking a familiar face to one of you, a wizard dressed in a very exaggerated robes, and he said that to follow him, and he went through a portal.
And should we?
Yeah.
Atra's not feeling this right now.
Mm.
Do we know who this is proper?
The slightest freaking idea.
You guys
I'm
been
ready
doing
to.
you guys been doing research on him, so as far as
I
you
do.
as far as you guys know, you heard about the mage who's made this dungeon, and as far as he told you, he was set up and locked here in a stasis bubble by his previous student. And then he's like, I need to get going, I'll open this up and follow me. And he went through with the portal.
Oh,
Let's
we
go.
Can I
Freaking
do
man.
something?
What was that, sorry?
Go ahead, Liz.
He very well could be lying. Can Vinny do something? Can they try and get a handful of valuables before darting in?
Sure. You just grab a handful of shit?
More like using your arm to shove stuff into the bag of holding. Just like a real quick swipe of a pile of shit. Hopefully
Okay.
valuable shit.
You do remember that there is a cart waiting outside of people who are ready to like load up the shit.
We can make
Oh,
those
shit.
ladies do it.
Can
It's
we
up to
should
you.
send one of our companions to inform them of this shit if we don't know where we're going and we don't have a way to send a message.
Well, and you remember that you were teleported into a room with no other teleportation, so basically
Okay.
it seems like he's showing you the way out as far as you know, because every other area you tried so far has led to either a dead end or a trap.
Yeah, I'm doing the armful and then following.
Okay, we'll say armful 500 gold.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, shoveling that shit in, You have pretty beefy and big arms, so
I can get some shit.
Ati's out.
Okay.
Ati's behind him. She didn't think twice.
Oh man, okay. Commitment right there.
We're following Ati.
Mm.
All right.
After Vinny.
I didn't even look back. I didn't even check you guys. I was like, wizard, let's go.
All right. Stalker and Derek are still behind. Are you guys giving the main directions, or are you just following in?
As I'm following Vinny out, I just kind of turn around and start like backpedaling. I'm like, I guess we're doing this. Get ready.
All right. They both
And
follow
just-
after you.
just casual as you can be.
Mhm. I'll move all of us to. Where is it?
Did your guys' roll 20 load already?
Yeah, yours is taking a minute. About a.
Yeah, it is.
I am not in roll 20, still working on that shit. So just drag me along wherever I need to go. For now.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
I think I accidentally deleted the Thaldum map. Let's see if I still have it.
Oh,
Yeah, I still have it, so let me put it out real quick.
If you didn't have it, just suddenly, oh no, Tholdom got destroyed. Well, you guys are down in the mines. So
See what
mysterious.
happens when you go and have fun. Ah, God damn
My
it.
horror connect really caused the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Save. Let's do. Save. Alright, get that out there.
Did I know I used my dagger of venom and I like injected the poison. Was that last session? I can't quite remember.
I think it was like technically 2-ish weeks ago, like in game, because you guys had to like prep and everything.
Okay, I was thinking like I don't think I used it last encounter. I just want to double check.
It was last combat encounter, which was a while ago.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Zoom in a little bit. Okay. Though when you guys go through the teleportation, you are brought back to the front area where you were previously, and it seems like the once glowing large portal is now shut down and inert, at least for now, when you guys exited it.
Exited it.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
Taunt God. Good idea.
We love God. We
Mhm.
love God.
Mm, I
I
don't know
like
about that.
Anyway.
Jesus loves me.
So you guys are brought out, and the wizard is there. He's looking around, and you see your two lackeys who made camp, and it looks like they got a lot more progress done than it already seemed to be before you guys got in there.
Sorry, what's that? Say it one more time.
It seems like the camp is a lot more done than it should have been for the amount of time you were in there.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were only in there for like 10, 15 minutes probably.
Yeah, I would say about half an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Well, figuring out those doors
Yeah,
did
she
take a
doesn't
little
care.
bit.
She's
Gotcha.
gonna go behind the wizard. Is he just standing there? What is he doing?
Well, he's standing looking around and like taking in his surroundings, seeing how things have changed.
Yeah, she's gonna come behind
How
him.
Okay.
how's our people doing?
Well, they set up camp and they see you and they like get up and come over. So who has an interaction first? Do you want to have an interaction with the wizard, Otzi?
Yeah.
All right. He turns around, looks down at you, or he looks at you because you're about eye level, not looks down because you're a big woman.
Uh-huh.
Is he huge too?
He's about 7-ish feet tall.
God damn.
And he
Okay.
looks at you and says, I assume you all will want back into the vault to unload it, of course. Give me a moment.
They will. Yes.
And he then closes his eyes and reopens the portal, but this time it glows with a more amberish color. And he says, this one will lead them directly through the same portal you entered through, and they'll be able to unload from there.
Wait, so why are you're letting us take all the gold you have saved up?
Oh, this is nothing. I told you before. I made these vaults to test adventurers to make sure they're worthy of the treasures and to help them out. I have plenty enough as it is.
Take it.
Okay. Yeah.
I just kind of like I say take it to Patra without like losing eye contact from the wizard.
And he's gonna make an insight check. 1 second. Oh, wrong one.
That
All right.
scared the shit out of me.
What?
That sound? Does no one else hear that?
No, I do. I think it's.
Yeah,
Is
Brandon.
it? Oh shit.
Oh yeah,
What's
you
that?
sound like you're like. Yeah. We're hearing everything.
Do I
now.
sound bad now?
We're hearing everything,
Oh shit. Okay.
Everything.
but it's all good. The wizard.
Sorry.
All good. The wizard tilts his head at you and then walks off to the side, and he sort of like walks knowing that you're gonna follow.
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm like a puppy right now. I'm not letting him leave my sight.
And turns back and says, "Can I answer some questions for you? You seem particularly interested in me."
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm gonna she's gonna fumble her words obviously, and then when was the last time you were in Pav?
well, according to your friend, it's been about 20-ish years. About, I think, after my last visit, I came here with my student, and it's been about that amount of time.
What do you remember last?
Well, I talked to the chieftain up there, captain of the Death Watch, and the Death
Chico.
Stalkers. Yes, Chico. And we had a conversation, and I came here.
What was that conversation about?
Roll a persuasion check. Okay.
17.
Just keeping up the runes and wards that I put up to help the Deathstalkers keep the ice giants and the white dragons away from the borders.
Okay. And then Otzi's gonna stick her hand out and be like, I'm Otzi. I'm Chico's daughter.
And he, puts his hand out and shakes yours. I knew you did look familiar, but I didn't want to make any assumptions.
I was too young before to be able to talk to you because I'm never allowed to speak to anyone there, but I've always admired you.
Well, your father is a very strict and harsh man.
Those are kind words compared to what I describe him as.
Well, I see you found yourself a ways away. Did you run away, or...?
Something like that.
Well, let me help you and your friends get your reward. I owe you at least that much. And then we can reconvene elsewhere and perhaps discuss next moves, because I may need your assistance more.
I just nod my head.
Alright, Veni and Patra, what are you guys up to during this conversation?
Can I do a insight check on that conversation? Not listening in on if they're actively trying to separate themselves, I won't listen in. But
Yep, go ahead
if
and roll
I'm
insight.
overhearing this, okay. 19.
Alright, with the 19, you can tell that they did want to have a private conversation. You can tell Otzi is actively showing, not her usual curiosity, but genuine, concentrated interest on something that she is... she found something she was looking for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Anything from you, Patra?
She's gonna be listening in on this too. Of course, she's gonna be sticking right next to Vinny, just bothering her constantly for details. What are they saying now? I know I'm the rogue. Don't worry about that. Just you tell me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna be listening to her. Vinny, will you share the details with me? I want all the gossip.
It seems Otzi's found someone or something she was looking for, but I wasn't able to tell exactly what they were saying.
So do you guys also send Stalker and Derek and the lackeys back in to start loading the crates?
I will go assist them as they do that. I feel like I want to leave the two professionals here. I feel like I'm not tall enough to deal with this, so I'm just gonna back out and I'm gonna go help the guy.
Tall people problems.
Yes, I feel like this is a 7 foot and up issue, and I am 6 and under. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll say with your help and everything, It's gonna take, I would say, 2 to 3 hours to like load up all the treasure and gold. It's a lot, and each box it's heavy. It's gold, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm not lifting too much.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a while. So you guys will probably be here till your next rest cycle. By this point, being underground so long, you guys have sort of had your internal clocks moved to a certain way where you're like, I know I'm tired now, so I'm going to rest now.
Can Otzi cast a message to Patra?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a message to Patra while we all help out with the gold and be like, so can we kill all these people and just take the gold for ourselves, or?
Ooh, no. I'm gonna message back to her, and I'm gonna message back to her and politely tell her, just so you're aware, 2 of the people present are, they're members of a guild which is very well known for killing people very quietly, and they're always watching. And the other 2 are professional killers from 2 very, very different degrees. So I'm not gonna fuck with either.
She's just gonna like roll her eyes with the message and like chuckle while she like picks things up and then leaves.
And one is, the father of one of your teammates.
I mean, like all of them. I just meant people from the guild.
Clarification needed in these situations.
Sorry.
No, the answer is no. Let's not kill people. And I'm just very blatantly casting a message over and over and over again.
Okay.
Got it.
Playing a game of telephone.
Yeah.
Do I pick up on this? Do I feel left out?
We're both the copper wire as we're going back.
Well, yeah, like Patra, they said they're blatantly, doing it. So you're like, yeah, they're probably casting message to each other.
Yeah, like Auntie's lifting her eyebrows and then laughing and shit.
Benny just quietly pouts.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling left out.
Okay.
Included and be like, we're talking about Stalker's dick. It's huge.
Massive, I say. Massive, I say.
Vinny's disgusted and goes back to work.
Okay. The wizard raises an eyebrow and he says, I'll be waiting by the camp. Let me know when you all are settled up and ready to go.
Oh, Otzi just turned... She's gray. She's so embarrassed that he was able to see that and hear that you can see she's absolutely embarrassed and almost turning red.
Mm-hmm. He heads over to the camp area and waves his hand subtly and creates a very nice, comfy chair to sit in next to the fire, just waiting.
Lots don't give no fucks, but she's gonna get stuff done.
Yeah. So are all of you now working on the gold, or what's going on?
Otzi's gonna go with the wizard.
Okay. What was that, Patra?
Everybody but the old man, apparently.
Hey, he gave you the gold. He's not gonna load it up. He's an old man.
I know.
Gotta put your back into it for that shit.
Worth it.
So let me get the picture, because there is a visual representation of all this shit. Pictures, camera roll. Or did I save it on my upvotes? I gotta check Reddit, 1 second.
Check Reddit 1 second.
Well, that's where I found the picture at, and it might be on my upvotes.
Gotcha.
Yep, graphic of 500,000 coins. So, after stacking all the boxes in, each box holds 10,000 coins. And each box is 15 inches in width, 15 inches in length, and 10 inches top to bottom for like the inside, and each weighs 200 pounds. So there's 50 crates for 500,000 coins.
My God. That's a
What was that, sorry?
I said that's a fortune. And
Yep.
Patrick's eyeballing it like lustfully. There's lust in her eyes.
So they're going to load the back of the cart. They're going to stack it 10 at the base and 5 high. And
This is making...
thankfully, they have the dwarvish goats. They're pretty fucking strong shits. And they reinforced the cart because, they were expecting about that much. They loaded in.
Where did you send this image?
What was that, sorry?
Sorry, where did you send the image?
It should have been originally in the first D&D chat, but here. I will save it. D&D pics. I'm going to save it to my computer and I'll send it in this chat.
Sorry.
All good.
How much gold is it exactly? 50?
500,000.
500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've seen that graphic before. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one I sent originally when I was saying, yeah. When I was also figuring out, how does it look next time I give you guys a treasure box? What's it going to look like?
Fucking big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Mark, I love it.
Yes. It looks awesome. I'm so glad I found that. It's in the Waterdeep Dragon Heist Reddit.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like maybe next time when we run some games, I'll do them straight from the book. That way, we can have some adventures I don't have to prep 500 million times for.
I have a question about the crates. Are they closed?
Well, I mean, when they're brought out and put into the cart, yeah, but when they're stacking them inside of the vault, they're open. But yeah, they're going to be closed.
Can Nazi do an investigation check inside the room while she's helping them?
Sure, what are you looking for?
Put them in the box? Just anything that may look special. She doesn't really care about the gold. She's more looking for, I don't know, a diamond or something. Something that will catch her eye.
Are you looking for, a material component, or...?
Yeah. No, I don't know. She's just thinking that the wizard put it here. There might be something, magical in here.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
– 14.
Alright, 1 second. One second.
All good.
Let's do... I'll do this one. That looks cool.
Gimme.
Okay, that is... Alright, you do find an oil or a bottle on the ground, and you pick it up, and it seems to have it looks like a gray liquid, but it's almost see-through. It's thick, but it's see-through as well. And it's a flask that has oil inside of it.
Atsu wants to snatch it.
Are you doing it overtly, or are you doing it sneakily?
Sneakily.
All right, roll a sleight of hand.
14. 14.
Alright. Let me check people's passive shit. What's people's passive perceptions?
Oh, just scroll over there.
Mine's 13.
Okay.
11.
Alright, yeah, you pass or passive perceptions. Yeah, as far as you know, nobody saw you took it.
Cool.
Alright. So you guys get loaded up. I'll have everybody who's loading up make strength saving throws. So make sure you go to your saving throws, not your stats.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm not strong.
Yeah, well, make a strength saving throw.
I'm
16.
Dexy, not. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, 21.
Alright, everybody who made it over 15, you do not get a point of exhaustion. Unfortunately, Patra, you do get a point of exhaustion because it was a very strenuous activity.
We all saw it coming, though.
I mean, you are like helping move 200-pound crates, and there's like 50 of them.
Yeah. I suppose I can see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but at the end of it, you guys are at the end of your internal clock, and you feel like it's time to wind down and maybe use that camp they made for the night.
I will gladly go sleep for a while.
When you do come out, the wizard does shut the portal. When the last one comes out.
Yeah.
Um,
I am not taking first watch tonight. That might have been a little too much for me. I kind of realized I should have just sat around and been pretty. Oh,
I'll take it.
all right,
you're awesome.
got it.
I can stay up with Vinny too. I'm just like watching the wizard. Like if he's gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna watch him.
Mm.
Yeah. Soccer. Cuddle buddy for the night.
No.
Roll a
Not that
persuasion
way.
check.
You fucking got it, boss
Ooh.
man.
Oh.
Technically, you're his employer, so.
Only 18.
He shrugs. Do you want to be a big spoon or a little spoon?
Honestly, dealer's choice.
I mean, I am bigger, so it's.
Little spoon it is for you.
You say little spoon?
He gets little spoon.
Okay. So
And this tiny little demoness on his back, just hugging him from behind.
yep, in your scary ass dragon mask.
Yes, I don't take it off the entire time. He just has the snout of the mask just laying on the side of his head the entire night.
You gonna learn
You're
today, boy.
On his shoulders.
It's like an asthmatic spaz, like breathing behind him. That mask on.
All right. So Otzi and Venny, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Just for keeping watch. But you don't have to watch a lot. It's just like a small entryway into this cavern area anyway.
Oh. I rolled a 7.
All right,
That
Otzi.
makes me sad. I'm good at perception.
Okay. Well, let me roll something.
11.
Okay.
At least I thought I
Don't
was good
God.
at it.
You guys' watch goes by fine. The wizard, after your first watch, Otzi, does seem to. Let me make something for him. Okay. Though you are paying attention outside of everything, you do notice the wizard get up, turn his hand, and it's like a doorway seems to open up, and he walks into it.
Oh, she's booking it.
I
Can she
mean,
make it through the door?
It's up to you if you want to run.
Yes. Yeah, I'm fucking running. Instantly.
Can I follow?
Sure. You both run in, and you are come in right behind as the wizard's walking up a stairway, what looks like into a mansion.
The fuck it is balling.
Or no, not a mansion. He's
my
walking up a circular stairway, and you look up, and you walk into a large, large tower.
Yeah, I'm
Wizard's
just
Tower?
mesmerized. I don't say anything.
Was that sorry?
I was just Wizard's Tower?
I mean, go ahead and roll intelligence check if you, as a character, want to know that.
That was out of character. I just blurted it out. I feel like
Well, you know
Vinny
what?
would be
For you both, though, you are a Cobalt Soul monk, so go ahead and roll Arcana. Otzi, you're magical, so go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okay. Ooh, I got 23. Oh, I see.
So, Venny, you do know that some wizards of a high power and regard are able to cast and pretty much make their own pocket dimension of their own version of a wizard's tower that have, stuff that they like inside of it. Otzi, you're a little distracted because you're like, oh, fuck, he's getting away. Oh, what is this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Yeah.
This is nice.
hmm
Do you say that, or is that just like your brain thoughts?
Otzi's mouth is open, walking through these stairs, just looking at everything. Like she's mesmerized.
And you walk in, and it is there's different, what's the glass, those, glass things you see in churches. I forget the name of them.
Like the windows?
Oh,
Yeah, like the glass windows.
Yeah.
Stained.
Stained glass windows. There's a bunch of them, lined up, showing different parts of, history and stuff like that. Sort of not lining, but, ever so often going up along the stairway. The decor is, painted in a goldish, copperish coloring for, the furniture and stuff like that. And then the base paint of everything is, just a matte oranges. It's very shiny and very, goldy and stuff like that. The stained glass windows do have sort of, a kaleidoscope stuff along with the history stuff. And as the stairs go up, there's a ton of different doors, and he's just going up and up.
Ati,
Mm-hmm.
are we going to make ourselves our presence known? And
I'm
I
pretty
whisper
sure
that.
he and I lean towards you. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm following him. And Otzi's gonna run her hands through all the stained glass.
Are you going up the
Just
stairs?
keep following him up. Yeah, yeah.
As you're going up the stairs, about halfway between you and him, you are greeted by what looks like a Pseudo Dragon, which is basically a small dragon the size of a cat, sitting on the stairs looking at you.
It's so cute.
And then starts hopping up the stairs behind the wizard. And he does stop at a door. And he looks down at both of you. Are you coming?
Otzi's just gonna wave, like shyly, and then nod.
He then
I just
takes his hand out and closes it, sort of in the come here motion, and you feel the tower folding in on itself boost. It's sort of like the how those Hogwarts or did you guys watch Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Which one? The original?
Yeah, it's like how the mirror dimension is sort of folding in on itself, getting you guys up to his pace.
Jesus,
Moving you guys
yeah.
without, And then the door opens, and it is a hallway with a few bedrooms in it. He walks in and introduces you to each of your rooms, and he says, you can stay in here for tonight if you want.
What about the others? We were doing watch.
Well, I made the door visible, so if they want to join, they can. It's up to you if you want to go let them know, but I'm tired and I'm going to rest.
Where are you resting?
I'm resting in my own quarters.
Which is?
Well, I guess maybe one day you'll find out. And then the stairs cut off and to where there's nowhere to go, and then he steps off sort of like a plank thing and starts to float up.
Dude, so
Damn it.
cool.
Damn it.
He then floats up to a door, it opens, and he goes in.
Mm,
You
fine.
should take and then go along with him. That's the best way to experience your time with him.
What was that?
Especially- I think you should take an edible and then go along with him because it's gotta be like the best effect ever with all that hair stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Right? No, we can't. Especially with the weed I have now, that thing is tricky. If I don't roll right, it fucks with me. This is terrible weed this person sold me.
All right. Did you guys want anything or do anything else, or you want to go let somebody know, or?
Actually, I'm going to let Patra know. You can stay or come if you like.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate the rest of these rooms, and then I'll go to
Right.
sleep in mine.
Okay.
And be careful.
All right. So Venny, you go out and you wake everybody up.
Specifically Patra.
Okay. You wake Patra up, who is spooning their orc employee.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
try and quietly poke you and avoid waking Stalker.
How does
Yeah.
Patra wake to being poked?
Very quickly, whip around. I'm like, huh? What?
I put my hands up
What the?
and then shush. The finger to the lips motion, shushing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Come with me.
Come
look at
with
Stalker.
me, and you'll see in a world of pure imagination.
We don't want to get in trouble for that.
Nah, it's fine.
So-
I don't give a shit.
So I look at Venny. I look back to Stalker. I look back to Venny, and I'm like, yeah, you're definitely the prettier option right now. And I'm like, all
Oh my
right,
god.
happen one day, and I get up and I'll start going with her.
Okay.
If
You
I-
guys. Oh, go ahead.
The Stalker show waking up.
Let me roll something. No, he's dead ass asleep.
Okay, I'll leave him be then. I was gonna say if he wakes up, I'm gonna give him a little pat in the face, like you back. Yeah, never mind. Just move on.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you want to wake anybody to watch? Because you do have a lot of gold sitting out there.
Oh shit. I'll go wake up the two Thieves Guild
Lackeys.
Yeah.
the black. Did you say blackies or lackeys? 'Cause
No,
they're part of
lackeys with an L. Jeez.
Good lord.
the Hand of the Shadow Hand. I'm like, is that what their title is? The blackies?
No, that'd be a bit. Yeah, no.
I'm crossing the line.
They're not Aussies, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm being a smartass. You're fine.
Okay.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, we're good. I'm gonna go wake those two guys up and be like, hey, you're on watch for half an hour at least.
They both get up and nod, rubbing their eyes, and they both take positions, keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna give them both a little kiss in the head too. Mwah, mwah. I appreciate you.
They're a little
Walk
stunned, but they're like, okay.
Give that little.
Wait, is it the mask pecking their faces?
Yes,
or
that's
is
exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right.
I love it.
So, Patra, as you're brought into this madness, what is Patra's reaction?
I look up and I look back to her. I'm like, did you drug me? If you did, you just had to tell me. I would have been down for it.
No, I wouldn't drug you.
Yeah, you are a square.
Slightly offended,
This thing.
but
All right. While they're doing that, Otzi, go ahead and roll an intelligence check for me.
Okie dokie.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
So you get a sense that this place doesn't work like in the normal world. This place requires you to think about where you're going and what you're doing. What is it that Otzi's looking for?
Are you asking me or are you just like advising me?
It's up to you. What are you looking for? You want to check around. What are you checking for?
I think he knows like questions I have, mostly when it comes to things outside of the wall, and especially things that have to do with Ibkesh. So that's kind of like, I don't know. She thinks he's a wizard. Like he probably has information that would help her out.
Okay.
She's probably seen for those things.
Okay. You are going through doors and hallways, and you feel like you're getting lost because you're going through, and it's sort of like that weird painting that has like different angles for different stairways, like the Goblin King, or not the Goblin, what's Labyrinth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You do eventually go through a door, and you find yourself in a very large room filled to the brim with books.
Oh hell yes. Can
you
Natsu bring out Brutus?
She can, but do you read Draconic?
No, I do not.
Okay. The labels on these books, they're not familiar to you.
All of them? She's gonna start going through books, like trying to find one that she can read.
Go ahead and roll perception or investigation check with advantage.
I got 16.
You're able to find deeper into these librarium of books, sort of a center podium stand with a pair of glasses on them. What do you want to do?
She's going to pick up the glasses and kind of look through them.
All right. When you look through them and look at the books, the labels read dates.
Dates?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Different dates at different times. And they seem to be in order. It seems to be like a week at a time or a month at a time.
And is there a book on the podium that was with the glasses?
No, just the glasses themselves.
Just the glasses. Okay. Ooh. Okay, she's going to follow to the very, very first book.
You go a long while until you reach a book that just has 1 on it.
Yeah, she's going to pull it out and open it.
Okay. What are you looking for in this book?
The beginning of time. Something that'll tell her, like, this is... I don't know. She's expecting, like, the creation, I guess. But she just wants to know, like, what are in these books.
Okay. It seems to be a journal of sorts saying how the wizard's former master charged him with the duty of protecting the grandchildren of the gods. The great-grandchildren of the Titans, the grandchildren of the gods, the children of the giants, the half-giants, and protecting their blood and their kind from those who would do them harm or use their, like sort of Hercules blood for devious deeds. Sort of preserving the communities and preserving the peoples.
Okay.
It's semi-vague. He doesn't want to reveal too much, but it's also him just like jotting down stuff just so he doesn't forget for later.
Okay, yeah, Otzi's probably not going to get any sleep. She's going to want to like jump through a few of these books.
Okay. I will ask for two things. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and also make a constitution check. Or constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Constitution is 17 and my investigation is 4.
So after you find that book, it's varied information about the world in general. Your attention starts to like fade because it's like book after book of like sort of not really exciting things. Him just keeping track of where he's been, stuff he's like put down. It's nothing too interesting that you can find according to like what you are seeking. You are able to stay up all night, though, if you want to push it, but you will take a point of exhaustion, because you won't get rest.
Okay.
So it's up to you. Do you want to push it, or do you want to go to bed?
Can I fall asleep in the library?
You can. If you choose to push it, though, I'll let you make one more investigation check.
Yeah, she's going to push it. Okay.
Okay, one more investigation check.
Nine. Damn it, she's tired. 9.
You do get a few more interesting things that seem to hint at, like, the early creations of the Uthorian Empire. Though you don't know too much about it, but you do know that it's been an established thing in the world for a long time. And sort of a hinting remark at, siblings, brothers and sisters, and that his master is sort of like his father. But, it's very...
Being the wizard's father?
It's very vague. As far as you can, like, the way he refers to them is very, like, sort of parental. Like, there's some sort of connection there, let it be by blood or by, just being raised or introduced or mentored.
Okay.
But that's as far as you can get. It's very vague, and that's much pushing it. That's much information that you're able to get.
All right. Yeah. She's probably going to fall asleep on the floor with the books.
Yeah, but you do take a point of exhaustion because you pushed it all night.
Okay. How do I do that?
Let me go to character page. So go to, on your page, conditions, and then all the way down, put 1 level of exhaustion.
Conditions.
Add active conditions, and go all the way down and add 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay. Patra and Veni, you both get into the tower, and Veni leads you back to where you were introduced to your hallway and room areas, but there are other doors on the way there and whatnot. What do you guys want to do?
What is this place?
The wizard, hold on. Is that how you pronounce it? Hold on? Caladon?
Caladon.
Paladon.
Caladan.
He's... Caladan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
All good.
He summoned it during our watch. He wanted to sleep within here. And I kind of nudge you lightly with my elbow. Want to be nosy.
I mean, I'm kind of tired, but also yes. But is he going to be mad when we're nosing around here?
He knew we followed him. And he knows we're intrigued by him and what he's capable of. If
And
he
just
was worried, he... What?
He just let you have full reign of this place? Like, yeah, I know you're interested, and good night?
I think if there's somewhere he doesn't want us to be, he would lock us out of it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, how nosy do you?
Yeah, if you both want to check around, I need you both to make intelligence checks.
Intelligence?
Yep.
Okay.
You can either make it individually, or one of you can give the help action to the other.
I'm fine with either.
I'm gonna do individual then.
Okay.
Okay. 23.
And
And what are you both looking for?
Vinny, did you give me like any prompt of things to look for, or just generally snoop around?
I don't really. I literally what I said was, "Do you want to be nosy?" So I feel like we're just snooping.
Okay.
Okay. Then I guess I am.
Mhm.
My interest is going to be peaked towards. I wonder if he has any like potions or drugs or anything around here that buck me up real good.
Um.
And
Go ahead, Vinny.
uh, Vinny's kind of just gonna have that subconscious thought of, does he have anything about um what's his last name? Her brother. Or the
Oh. Lumits.
yeah.
Or do you mean your brother?
No. I'm
Uh,
curious if the wizard would have any way of locating someone who is teleported away.
Okay. So eventually, both of you snooping around, you realize that you lost each other. Patra, you end up in a dining hall-esque area with a table set full of delicious food that looks like it was just cooked. Venny, you end up in a what looks like a map room, but it's weird because it's not a flat map. Did you ever play Fable 3?
Yeah.
So it's sort of like that world map where it's like a miniature map with 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it shows not just the continents that you know, but other continents as well.
Can I take out my notebook and do my best to copy down the continent maps?
Sure.
Continental maps?
Yeah, sure. You also notice that in the room there are what look like sort of magnification devices that are over the map that have like a green glass texture to them.
Okay, I'll check those out too.
All right. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Alrighty. Dirty 20.
All right. With that, you're able to understand that this is a magnoscope of sorts. Something that is enhanced by residuum glass. You find a control panel that pulls out from the map area, and so you're looking for Patra's brother, right?
I mean, that's the main thought, but also like just any way or anything that could help them find it.
I would say that you got that far with a dirty 20. Because you're not familiar with the machinery, but you do pull it out and you realize, oh, this is like a divination device that is part mechanical and part magical.
Okay. I'll take note of that and then just work on copying the maps to the best of my ability.
All right, Patra, you are in the dining hall. Anything you want to do in there?
I am first upon seeing this nice meal around here. I'd like to make a perception check, and look around the room to make sure I'm alone, or
Okay.
as alone as I think I can be. Dirty 20.
All right, you look around, and as you look up, you notice that, like, lining and edging near the ceiling, you thought that it was sort of like an ornamental design, but you realize that the top of it's lined with pseudo dragons of different chromatic persuasions looking down at you.
I immediately would like to make an animal handling check to try and coo one of them down towards me.
All right, go ahead.
And a +1, we'll see how great this does. A whopping 5.
Is there any food also that like Patra, like seeing this like really nice set, like what would be Patra's first instinct to think of for like really nice food that she likes?
Like a big ass chicken or a turkey or a goose, all nice and cooked up, something with a little bit of meat on it. That'd be my first thing to go like, come here. I promise you're safe with me. I'm not a psychopath. Hee hee.
As you do that, like one comes down and starts nibbling at the food that you have, or are you like calling them, or are you like trying to get them with food?
I'm like going, come here. You can trust me. I got like a little piece. I got like a little piece of food in the palm of my hand. Like, you can trust me. Come here.
So
I think you're adorable.
one
Let's
comes
go.
down. It looks like a sapphire style pseudo dragon comes down and starts pecking at the food you have, and then all of a sudden 20 of them come at you. And it's sort of like, you know, that like one seagull arrives and then all of them arrive.
Yes.
Oh shit.
But so you start freaking out a little bit. They're not attack. It's like very ticklish. But then you do hear a like soft like roar. It's like a dragon roar, but you know, like a baby dragon. And you see a bronze copperish pseudo dragon that's like sitting on a cart, driving it towards you with its wings as the others back away, and it walks around and lifts like a silver cover with its tail and presents to you a very nice chicken dinner.
I'm just like staring in absolute awe at this little thing, and I'm like, did you make this?
And it just like snorts at you some like smoke.
Well, shit. Would you like to join me?
It. Go ahead and make a insight check. Or no, do an insight and do an arcana. And you get advantage for arcana.
18 on the insight.
Okay.
Arcana, I get advantage on that.
Yes.
And I got a nat 20 first roll.
Damn, okay. So as a student of, you know, an amateur student of the arcane arts, as somebody who wants to practice them, but is more interested in still being, you know, a roguey person, you do know... Was that, sorry?
I do like my stabby things.
You do know that the entire, like, things like this are filled with creatures or entities that don't really need to eat or drink or sleep. They are entities created to serve. Sort of like your own familiar, because they don't need to eat. They're like an entity from another dimension that has been summoned to do a duty.
Okay. Then I'll just like take that nice little cooked chicken, and I'll sit it down at the table, and I'll just kind of nod to the little bronze dragon there, as adorable as he is, and I'll just get right to the snacking. And I guess since they don't want to be my friend, I'll pull out my actual friend, let that little snaky come down and sit next to me, and I'll feed him a little piece of the chicken.
It gives you like the snake gives you like a look and eats just for entertaining you, just to like, you know.
Make my fucking familiar an asshole.
Like I said, familiars don't really need to eat. They don't, like, you know, they're spirits. They're not physical beings. You only manifested it through your magic.
Fine.
He can eat. No, he can eat. He's just going to entertain you. He's like, I don't need to, but I'll do it if you want me to.
I'm so lonely. I'm cry a little bit at the table while I eat.
5 of the pseudo dragons, like 2 sit on your head, like 2 sit on your shoulders.
Am I gonna be the crazy dragon lady?
Oh,
I'm just gonna drink, just pouring down wine, chewing chicken like a sat, like crying through it. I'm salting the chicken with my tears as I eat it.
Well, the food and the drink is some of the best you've really had in quite a long fucking time. It's like this is some gourmet shit.
I'm never gonna be happier than this.
All right.
That's by the way, that's literally as soon as she found this is what she's doing for the night, and she does not care beyond this.
So do you fall asleep in the dining hall?
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat like all of it. I'm not gonna go to town. I'm gonna eat like chicken, all the chicken I got, like a pig, and then I'm probably gonna snag a dessert or two if there's one, and I'll just kind of like lay down on the floor, just like just as like the like a corpse in a coffin, just like laying there, arms crossed, sleep like a straight line on the floor.
You find yourself warmed by the 20-ish to 30 pseudo dragons that like lay on top of you.
I am okay with this. This is really adorable.
All right. Venny, what do you do after your copying of everything?
After I get everything copied and written down, I will go and try to find either Atsi or Patra,
All right, go ahead
or
and
try and find both.
go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Got it. Oh, 13.
All right, as you go to exit the room, you open the door and it exits not where you left previously, but to your bed chambers. Or to a bed chambers.
Oh. Can I open the bedroom door again?
It opens to the first hallway you originally saw.
Fuck, this is a maze. I just closed the bedroom door and lay down.
When you go to lay down, though, there is a scroll on the bed.
Oh.
Ignore it.
I pick it up.
You pick it up and open it, and it is a scroll on older techniques of the Cobalt Monk.
Shit.
And basically, this is a roleplay thing to justify your level up to level 7.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. Anything else anybody wants to do for the night? Or the rest cycle?
I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay.
me too.
Yep.
You all, Venny and Patra, you eventually wake up. Otzi, you eventually are like, I am too exhausted. I can't do this. I need to, like, you have bloodshot eyes. Like, it's that bad.
Damn.
We've all been there.
Do you go to leave Otzi?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up, dust myself off, and I guess I'm gonna go to the door, see if I can find my room, and go back to sleep.
All right.
At least for a short rest.
Okay. So yes, I'll say without trying, are able to get to your own room. You take a short rest. We'll say an hour nap. If you have any hit point dice to roll for a short rest, you can go ahead and do that. Do you remember how to do it?
What is it? No.
Let me go. So
Hit points rest?
at the top of your page, there's the short rest button. Go ahead and click short rest, and then you can click how many hit dice you want to use, and those will heal you during your short rest.
It lets me pick either Bard or Warlock. Does it matter?
You can use as many as you want, but you do not get them back until your next long rest.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, with a level... 1 second. Did you roll them, or...
I thought I did.
Maybe,
Didn't I go
okay, maybe you have to manually roll it. So go ahead and roll 1d8 and then just add 2. Like, manually roll it.
1d8.
Mm-hmm.
1.
So you can heal 3 points.
Yay!
And with 1 level exhaustion, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Okay.
Okay. But you do go to your room, you rest for an hour, but eventually, Patra,
Yep.
you are woken up as you hear a tapping on the floor next to you, and you open your eyes and see the wizard standing over you while you still have like 20 to 30 pseudo dragons covering you.
I'm gonna look up at him, and I'm just gonna quietly go, shh.
He then snaps his fingers and they all like wake up and fly off.
That's also an option. I'm sorry, I was invited in here. I was told you were okay with it. Are you not?
I am. I'm just here for breakfast.
Oh, then I will get off the floor like a bum, and breakfast can be had.
What
Could
do you
I-
want?
I want to not seem like an ass immediately. Should I invite the other 4 compatriots we have not in here to join us?
Well, that was your choice, but at this point, I think you 3 will just do for now. 1 moment, and he then, his eyes glow a amberish orange, and Veni and Atsi, you both wake up now sitting in an upright position at a large dinner table. You see Patra sitting off the side, and you, Patra, see Veni and Atsi apparate into the chairs.
I face plant into the table, startled,
Just BAM!
and immediately like grab at the table, completely terrified.
So you have like full control of everything that goes on in here.
Well, this is my pocket dimension.
I feel that was unnecessary.
Curious. I was wondering if this was more of a waygate to a place on the plane of existence, or if this was a little secret world of your own. Thank you for letting us sleep here. I don't think this was much better for my back or health, but
Well,
it certainly was entertaining.
rooms were
have all
made
the-
available. It was your choice to use them or not.
I am not complaining. Again, appreciate it.
Mhm.
I'm going to go join our friends outside, if that's okay.
Did you not want breakfast?
I have some snacks in the wagon.
All right. You're
I just
welcome to
feel-
leave.
All right, you girls have fun, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And you go to walk out the dining room door, and you're instantly back out in the camping area.
And how enthused is everyone to see me?
Well, Stalker and Derek are up. They like look over like, "Oh shit, thank God you're alive." And the other 2 are asleep. You know, they have their watch and they're like getting through their rest cycle.
Yeah, I kind
But-
of wave and I'm like,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I didn't mean to dip off like that, but I let them know we left. I got dragged into something else. Sorry about that.
Stalker says, "It's all right. You know, I was waiting for the rest of my paycheck, but now that you're back, I think we're on track. You want some bacon?"
Bacon with a bunch of greasy old men sounds delightful.
They all like give a I don't know how I should feel about that comment look, but we'll just move past and eat.
I'm pretty fine.
But yeah, you eat along with them. Veni and Otzi, how do you guys react?
While Patra was talking to the wizard and I realized that I was taken now to the table, she's like wiping drool off her mouth and like trying to like fix her hair and like wake up, and she looks over at Vinny and her eyes are all bloodshot red. She's like, "Oh, what happened?"
What happened to you?
Books. That's all she's gonna say.
Okay.
Caladan looks at both you. What would you both like for breakfast?
She's gonna straighten up in her chair. She's gonna, clear her throat. Whatever you seem best right now, I'm sure would be great. I don't know.
All right, and you, Venny?
Some fruit would be lovely.
Very well. And he whistles, and the same bronze pseudo dragon comes down. It seems like, he's the head helper of the entire bunch. And you all do notice now, like, the pseudo dragons that are lining the top of the room. He talks to it and gives it, some stuff to do. It then nods and then flies off into what looks like a little, like, doggy doorway, cat doorway. It then heads out, and eventually, being brought in are, small carts of food being driven forward by the force of these pseudo dragons, like flapping their wings. And you are served delicious food, and for you, Venny, fruit, pressed juice to drink. Otzi, you get bacon and eggs and toast and like a bunch of other shit. You're like I said, eating at a wizard's table, it's very gourmet. The wizard sits down and pours himself a cup of something he has from a black, like Japanese tea, like a kettle pot, and he takes a drink, calls over for his serving, and opens it up, and it's a very protein and meat based breakfast. It's like eggs, bacon, sausage. Yeah.
So much cholesterol. Sounds delicious.
Ati eats carefully and looks over to him. I appreciate the hospitality. I'm sorry for snooping. You obviously know we wandered.
Well, if you were able to get where you needed to go, then you deserve to get there.
Ati smiles and nods.
My abode is driven by the mind, and if you are strong enough willed and strong enough mentally, you're able to get where you need to go easily.
Noted.
I based it off of the maze of the abyss.
Ooh.
The maze of the abyss?
Yes, it's a place where demigods and creatures of unwelcome nature are sent or banished to, and they're forced to roam the halls forever. Though those with a more stronger intelligence and stronger mind are able to solve the riddle and get through, but then you still have to get out of the abyss itself from there. Unless you have a teleportation like I do. Spellcasters don't have issues, but creatures who are of the more blander persuasion, or those who are not as experienced as I, do have trouble and a lot of terror getting through that.
I see. Yeah, Ati's just gonna look over at Vinny while she eats. Like, I feel very awkward.
Does
You
Venny
think
have any?
Vinny's gonna help?
Does Venny have any comments or anything to make?
Uh, honestly, they're just enjoying their food. Vinny's just chilling.
Okay.
Probably eyeing the pseudo dragons.
All right. You.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Ati's gonna remember out of nowhere and be like, how do you say his name again?
Caladan.
Aladan?
Mm-hmm.
Aladan, okay. Aladan,
Caladan
I've just been with
with
an
a
A,
K.
right?
K.
Oh, with a K, Caladan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Caladan. I just remembered I've been so starstruck with your presence. I had some information given to me the night before we came for the gold that there's word of a dark wizard who is hurting Goliaths and things like that down south. Um, of course, my mother's from there, and I had set my eyes to go down there and see what's going on. But now that you've told me that one of your people put you down here, I'm not sure if it's the same person, but you should know that.
Well, I appreciate the heads up. Perhaps after we get you all back to Foldham, I assume, get you settled. I need to check up in one of my laboratories, and then after that, I may head that way and see what I can do for the people of the Jawbone Mountain tribes.
Ati smiles and nods, and she just finishes eating.
All right, and you all just finish eating in your respective areas.
Yep.
After a while, Vinny's probably just gonna walk out with the bowl and head outside.
Okay. So it's just you and the wizard, Otzi. Anything else you want to ask or do?
It's like fucking powerful men. Why don't you try to get in his pants?
This is a different kind of man. Ati is super nervous. She doesn't want to make a fool of herself, so she's just gonna clear her throat and kind of push the plates out, like she's gonna collect them to help little dragon come over and get them.
Hmm.
Caladan, if it's not too much to ask, if you do plan to go south, I'd like to join.
Well, I will be more than happy to have you go with me.
It's just that I may ask someone to come with me that's not part of my group now, and they're not really of celestial kind of. And as she says that, she's gonna like lift her sleeve to kind of show him her sigil. I just don't know where he is.
He tilts his head softly and says, "Well, that's interesting. I guess we'll have to see about that, because I cannot guarantee that I will travel with a fiend or devil folk."
Understood.
Word.
So she's gonna get up and nod her head. Shall we make our way out?
We shall. And then he heads out with you. You all are then, you're all in the same area. Anything you want to say to each other or do, or you just want to start packing up camp and getting ready to head out?
Welcome back. You guys ready for a fun little trip? What did it take us? Like 2 days to get down here? You ready to take forever to get back?
It was about 3 days to get to this area. Thankfully, because of your good survival checks.
Navigation. Oh, nice.
Let's get on back. Ain't no reason to disappoint.
Well, do you all have a location that you know very well? The wizard says.
You can teleport us there?
It does take a lot out of me, especially, he points over to the cart. To get everything through, it will take a good chunk of my current strength, so I will have to rest afterwards, but I can if you want to.
I would absolutely love to get there quicker. And if any, we got your back. Denny, should we just go right back to your place?
Um, that works. Yeah.
There's no place
Uh,
like there's no place like home.
Uh, the lackeys of the Shadow Hand do speak up and say, uh, Mistress Yet did say that she was going to keep an eye out at the gates for us to get back to take the loot to a warehouse for distribution between all parties. Do we...
oh,
All right, then I guess we ought to go back there then.
that's fine.
I'm gonna make Siet.
So the wizard says, so we are teleporting to the frontier gates, yes?
So
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, let me know when you are prepared. It's a spell that goes through very quickly, so we need to move very fast.
All right, I'll
Understood.
I'm gonna hop on the back of the cart, and I'm gonna be like, just making sure none of the gold falls off the back while we do this. I'm like, all right, ready to rock and roll.
It is underneath a canvas that's sort of like nailed down to the sides, so it's on top of being stacked and like wrapped. It is also like canvassed over.
Okay, I'll just hop on top then, just for giggles.
All right. The wizard then, his eyes glow with his power, and he holds out his staff, carving some runes in the air, and then presses it forward with his hands, and then a gateway opens up, large enough to get all of you through, and the cart. It shows the entryway, sort of the frame, and the outer way into the clay district. All right, let's go. And then he walks on through.
I make sure that I imagine the two guys from Siet are driving the cart.
Yeah, they're they're on top of this, so they've been keeping an eye on the gold and everything.
Gotcha. I say, forward ho!
And they, whip the reins and they start to head off. Venny, your father, marches alongside you. Stalker marches alongside the cart next to you. Patra, and then Otzi, are you just right behind the wizard?
I'm gonna be behind the cart.
Okay.
I'm just following last.
Okay. You guys all get through, and the gate does shut behind you.
Okay.
The wizard does pull out a small handkerchief and wipe his forehead a bit. It does look like it took a bit out of him to cast that spell.
You okay there, old man?
I'll be alright. It's just, like I said, that is a very powerful spell, but it does get us where we need to go very easily.
Patsy goes over to him and offers water from her water pouch to him.
Thank you. And then he, takes a small drink and hands it back to you. Alright. Is there anywhere I should meet you once you are all done with your current task?
Father, would you want to go home, lead him there? We can meet you there after we speak with Siet.
Your father does hesitate for a moment, but he nods and agrees. He trusts you to take care of the rest of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll lead him back and I'll settle him in, and we'll wait for you at the house.
Shouldn't take too long.
Just be careful.
You as well.
And then he, gives you a slight nod and then walks up to the wizard and they start heading into the city together. Patra, you want to send Stalker off? You keep him next to you.
We concluded the heist, and that's all I really wanted him for, was to make sure we get that without any issue. I feel like from here we got it, and I will. I know I paid him all beforehand, so I'll just tell him, it's been a pleasure working with you. I hope I see you again on the road, buddy.
Well, I was gonna ask you, since I know you have that place, if you wanted to hire me on full time and keep an eye on it, and run it sort of like a hideout. I'm also up for that too.
Aw, you just gonna miss me too much. Tell you what, bud, I will keep you on. I still need to get some things sorted out, which I'm sure I'll get to today. Yeah, there's always gonna be room for you there, so if you want to stick around and keep the place running while I'm out and about causing mayhem and yeah, just that causing mayhem. That's about it. Yeah, and I would really appreciate it if you would.
All right, let me.
Oh, pat in the cheek too.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
I'd be that kind of boss, just constantly touching the employees.
Hireling rates. Try to make sure I get it right. So, if you hire him on, he is a skilled hireling, and his pay rate would be 2 gold per day.
Gold per day. Damn. Okay.
So-
So I gotta have a business with at least 2 gold per day.
So he'll head out, and if you do have him turn it into a business or anything, it sometimes can make up for the cost and everything. But he'll head out and he'll wait at the the home base that you made, and we'll go from there when time comes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
So you guys are the. 1 second. Okay. Both of the Shadowhand lackeys lead you to the front gate area where you're met by a familiar female elven, the one that helped you escape from the dungeon, from Ren's dungeon. She looks over. Well, welcome back.
Hey, I missed you. I'm so glad you're okay.
Well, I am going to be Siet's forward face for this transaction. If you will follow me, I will take you to the warehouse and we will distribute out everything there.
Wait, why is Siet not here?
Well, being out in
That's
the
a good
open's
question.
not really her thing. So that's why she has people having their eyes everywhere.
I don't
Can I
know.
make an
This seems like a
insight
pretty big transaction for her not to be here.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
I feel like she's been here plenty enough already. Like, I got a 12.
I mean, it all still feels legit. You're not getting that tingle in the back of your head yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah. Then I guess I'm going to just come along with it. I'm like, all right, sure. And I'll mosey on inside as the guys bring that card in.
Artie's gonna pull out her axe while she walks in. This seems a little sketchy to her.
Easy, girl. Easy.
All right, you're all loaded in. The elvish woman's going to nod to all of you. Wait here. If you want, I'll go get her. Because this is more of a secluded spot. It's up to you. I can handle it completely myself.
We're fine with that. We're fine with that. Just it's getting to that point where this is the part. If someone was gonna screw somebody over, this would be it. Not making an accusation, just making an
A
observation.
statement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tensions have died down since the week after you rooted out the Blue Lotus, and since you left, a lot of things have cooled down, and with you wiping out the Blue Lotus and Xanathar's guild, and when the Blue Lotus and Xanathar wiped out the Caster Lanterns, it pretty much knocked out every competition we had in town, so we are all good. There's some competition left over, maybe, who knows, but not really a point to screw anybody over at this point.
All right, then let's get it over with.
All right. So, they start offloading the crates, and out of the 50 crates, you are given 5 of them to your sum total of 50,000, which you were offered as your part in helping out with this.
50K, holy shit.
Now, is there anything you all want to invest in, do with this money, or do you just want to go spend it yourselves?
Siet mentioned she'd like to. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Troll Skull Tavern at all.
Yes, I am.
She mentioned me and her would have an agreement of mutually shared beneficial items being moved through there. So I wanted to allow her the opportunity to, talk to me, think what she would, see what she might want that place to be furnished like. Because I was thinking a nice little bar or tavern or inn would be a perfect place for the both of us.
Well, you have the license and the deed to do whatever you want with that area, if I remember correctly, from what she told me. From the agreement, I think she talked about, it's just moving it through the building in general. It doesn't have to be a particular front, but, a place for us to stop by and, do business in and to run items through. Sort of one of our hideout / smuggling areas.
Mm-hmm.
So, the building is yours to do as you choose with. We just need to make sure that it is secure and safe for us to do business in.
All right. Well, she's more than welcome to come by whenever, and when you see her, just let her know. I'm going to be having some things moved in, and I'm very likely going to be turning that into a tavern and inn. So, just so she's aware. And you, of course, are more than welcome to come by anytime. First round's on me.
I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind.
You can use them the top shelf shit.
If you all want, we can let you borrow the cart to move these crates of yours somewhere else. It is quite a lot in weight. So is there anywhere exactly you want us to help you move it, or...
Any Otzi, do we want to move back to your house, or...
Yeah, I mean, the majority is going to go to Vinny's family, so that's the place we should take it to.
Well, and the half-elf chimes in.
I think...
Was that, sorry?
I think we closed the debt by doing this.
Yes, your father owed 300,000. This closed it. Plus, we made another 150,000 taking off your pay. So the debt's cleared completely, and we made a little money, and you made a little money. So we are fine. Oh. You can give the gold whoever you wish to, or put it wherever you want. If you need help moving it, let us know. Spending a lot in one go, especially for newcomers into town, does make waves to amateurs and as the authorities as well. So I would just, not go too crazy all at once.
Mm-hmm. I will spend my day digging holes in the backyard, and we'll drop boxes full of gold into them.
It is to do as you wish. But do you need the cart, or do you have something to move the money on your own?
You said each crate is like 200 pounds worth of gold?
Yep, that's 1,000 pounds worth of gold you got.
Okay. How full is everybody's bag of holding?
Well, it's only you
just
and...
getting that into the bag of holding will take a minute.
Yeah, and you're basically going to have to, dump it in, because the crates, the size of them, will not fit into, the bag of holding entryway.
Gotcha.
Let's just take the cart. We can return it to them.
Yeah, I think we should take the cart.
Okay, let's just take the cart and we'll go take it back to Vinny's parents' place.
All right. Do you want an escort, the lackeys who helped you get it here, or do you want to do it yourself?
If they got the time, I'd be happy to have a little extra muscle around.
Yeah, it's fine. You
Hi.
too. Get your asses back on the cart and help them get it over to the Sunforge estate. And they
Yeah.
both are like they moved the entirety of that shit last night, and now they moved like more than a lot of it now, and now they're having to put like 5 more boxes back onto the cart. They look fucking wrecked.
Alci's gonna help them.
I
Yeah.
will. One second. Let me check my bag of holding real quick.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. I pull out 2 bottles of the cheap wine I have in my bag of holding, and I'll like shake it and I'm like, these are both for you when this is done.
Sorry, I was tired. I yawned. They both look a little less pissy about it, but you know, it's still been a lot of work.
Are they both? Are they? What's their species again?
Yeah, what are they?
One is full human, and the other looks half elf.
Okay.
Alci's gonna go up to the half human and kind of like nudge them, and she's gonna give them some of her weed in hand. Be like, here you go. Careful with it.
They now look neutral about the situation, and they pack the weed away in like one of their front vest pockets.
I will. I'll. Tip down my shirt a little bit and show like none of the cleavage I don't have, and be like, okay.
Oh God, Patra, put it away.
the mask and just drag it down to my chest and be like, you could have all of this. The mask stays on though.
The head of the itty bitty titty committee. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
You got it, boss man. Persuasion, dirty 20.
They both look neutral about doing it. They like the flirting. They don't believe you're gonna really sleep with them.
Oh, well, they're gonna be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Life's all about surprises.
All right. Let me change the ambience. There we go. You guys are now getting loaded up. You can hop in the car if you want, and you are heading over to the Sunforge estate. Atsi, you're still pretty wrecked. You're like sort of nodding in and out on the ride over because it's sort of like that nice rocking motion. It's like one of the moments you have been still.
Yeah.
I am just.
Now I'm gonna be passing out.
Time.
Was that sorry, Patra?
I'm gonna keep poking Thunder the entire time, like, "Hey, are you still tired?" And I'm gonna give her like 50 seconds to nod off and be like, "Are you really still tired? Like, why are you tired?"
Now she's just gonna like wave her hand. Try and like, how far are you from me? Are you sitting right next to me?
Oh, right next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I roll to like accidentally push her off the cart?
Go ahead and roll a strength check, and then Patra, go ahead and roll either acrobatics or athletics.
19 athletics or
Okay.
acrobatics.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, strength
Yeah,
check.
that was a saving throw. Is it? There you go.
Oh,
7.
you have disadvantage on it, by the way.
True. One more.
Yep. So yeah, 7 versus 19. Patra, you're
Perfect.
able to duck out of the way as like Atsi goes to knock you over and then ends up flipping off the cart herself and hitting the ground.
You
Atsi,
okay?
you're a bit more awake now, as your ears are ringing a
Okay.
little bit as you fall on the cobblestone road.
Fuck.
Yeah, so now you get up, you now have a bit of a migraine, and, you're fucking tired. You're not having anything today.
Yeah, I like rub my eyes and then I just walk behind the cart. I know my way. It's gonna take me a while.
Well, you're able to keep pace with the cart. The cart's not going too fast.
Hmm.
Uh,
It
you
helps me stay awake a little bit walking.
you guys eventually do make it to the Sunforge estate and are let in. You pull up. Oh. You pull up in front of the main house, and you see the wizard sitting out on the front porch. As you just hear, or you see the wizard just sitting on the front porch.
I'll give him a nice little wave as we come up and just smile and like 1 foot up on these crates, like, look at us, we're so awesome. There's no one who could possibly be better.
Can I trip her?
Are you
Oh my
tripping?
god.
Oh, can you trip him? Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Oh no, I don't want an attack roll.
Well, to trip, you got to hit. Now, you don't have to do damage, but to see if you can actually get them is what I'm saying.
Your wording made me feel bad. Never mind.
Well, a shove is different than a kick. Because
Right.
you're either pulling their leg out or so it's sort of like an attack roll. But
Can I just look disapprovingly?
sure, you give a mom look. The wizard nods and gives a small like golf clap, and he's sort of sitting on like there's sort of like a swing area on the porch, and he's just sort of sitting on that, rocking a little bit. It seems like he is waiting outside, but not by choice.
Going on, bud?
It seems there's a family dispute going on inside, so I chose to wait out here instead.
Oh,
Shit.
Vinny, this is you.
I go inside.
I wait out.
There has been a little bit of furniture thrown, and you hear some shouting as you see, like, the siblings, the younger ones are on the outside with your mother, like, in a different room, and the twins and Lysa are sort of like standing at a doorway looking inside of your father's office.
Now what?
Orsic looks over at you. It seems that Vit is making a play for the head of the family, and father does not like that. So they're having a dispute on the inside of his office.
I walk inside.
All right. You see your father just like pacing, and you see Vet just like standing with his arms crossed watching him.
Have I missed the fight, or is it just an argument?
And then your father like looks at you and says, "Did you know about this? Did you know what he was going to do?"
That's a pause.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
When did this come up? Bet, when did you bring this up?
I brought it up about 30 minutes ago.
You should have waited for me.
Well, I saw he was back without you, and seeing that he once again left you, I lost it.
Yet, he didn't leave me. I sent him here with the wizard.
Well, him leaving you alone in general is just another one of his goddamn stupid decisions. Watch your tone, boy! And yeah, there's like this tense, like, dad versus son moment.
Mm-hmm.
How do
Father.
you... Yep. What?
With all due respect, it is time for a new head of house.
So, this is the thanks I get for providing a stable and luxurious home for my family. I make one mistake and try to repay it. And then Vet chimes in. You repaid it by almost costing the lives of multiple of our siblings. It's because of your foolish mistake and your dark past that we were in this position. And if you do not decide to go down quietly, Father, I will have to take you down myself.
Do not.
And Derek looks over and says, and what do you mean by that? I mean that I have gathered enough evidence against you to put you into the rust prisons for a long time, or the prison of rust for a long time. If you decide to not go down quietly, you are welcome to stay in this home and stay with the family, but somebody else needs to take over and start making decisions around here. Just a tense, quiet pause. Do you want to interject with anything?
I'm gonna step closer to Dad and just kind of... Where is he standing in the office?
He's like standing in front of his desk, and Vet's sort of standing by like the two chairs that are in front of the desk. It's about like a 10, 15 foot gap.
Okay. I'm gonna move closer to Dad and just kind of quietly put my hands in my pockets as I look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Father,
Yes.
things haven't worked the way any of us have wanted them to. And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but it is time for you to take a break. This doesn't mean you won't have a say in anything. It doesn't mean you won't be a part of this family. You are our father. You will always be our father. But it is time for you to take a step back.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I'll let you do it at advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
First roll is 13. It's a 13. You there?
Yeah, I'm thinking. One moment.
Okay, sorry.
All good.
I'm glad you said something because I was like, oh shit, did my internet go out?
Bye, motherfuckers! No.
Yeah, no, all of us had the same
damn
thought.
it.
Fuck.
Continuing, next episode.
The next session, right?
Like, damn it.
Derek just like goes quiet. He walks past you both, walks out the door, and like the other siblings sort of step back because they were like sort of like leaning their heads in, trying to listen in. And he just walks out of the estate. He's taking his own time and he's walking off for now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I turned to bed.
It's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. It's it's sort of like a. I'm still fucking pissed about this, but I'm not gonna sit here and fucking argue about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turned to bed. You should have waited for me. and you should not have blackmailed him.
There's plenty of times that he did the same thing to other people. So it's just karma coming around to bite him in the ass. And
Still our father, Vet.
before you come to his aid, maybe you should read this. And he pulls out from inside of his jacket a journal, like, book, and it looks very journal. Has no cover page or anything, and he hands it over to you. When you have time, read through this and let me know if you still come to his aid. And then he just walks off himself. Patra and Atsi, you see Derek come sort of storming out, and he just walks, not out of the property, but more towards the back where you've seen other buildings, but you haven't really visited them.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, go ahead. Are you being stealthy?
Yes, I am. I will roll a stealthy check.
I'll go ahead and do that.
I got a 24.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you're good, so you follow him for a minute. Atsi, as Patra vanishes into the shadows, what do you do?
I'm going to stay out of the whole thing. I'm going to sit on the stairs next to the wizard and put my head in my hands because I'm exhausted.
Okay.
I just rolled again because I remember I have advantage with that elven cloak, but I'm good. I'm just curious.
You're good. Patra, he sort of heads to a back sort of semi-shack area and just closes himself inside.
Any windows or peeping holes?
Nope, it's just a closed-off shack.
Okay, I'll check the door. Is it unlocked? I'll just give it a little quiet little twist.
It is locked, and it's not a really big thing too, so it's probably just one room.
All right then, I'm gonna knock on the door then.
It then unlocks.
Hello.
Oh, go ahead.
You okay in there, big guy?
He unlocks and opens it. I'm processing a few things. I'd appreciate it if you would just leave me alone for now.
All right, I'm gonna insight check him to see just how bad he is right now.
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Oh, natty 20.
He is fucking fuming, but he feels like there's nothing he can really do about it, so he's just here to cool off.
Talking about it makes people feel better a lot of the time, and even if it's not looking for advice, just yelling about it, get it out of your system to somebody can help.
Then tell me what you would do if your family casted you out, made your decisions feel invalid, and made you feel like an idiot.
Me personally, and this is not a recommendation, I'd probably get pretty violent. I'd probably want to stab somebody. I probably would stab somebody.
And that is why
So
and that is why I am back here alone to cool the fuck down.
who's up in your ass then? Is it Venny? She do something stupid?
It's a whole mutiny, but it's not your problem. I appreciate your help getting my family out of debt. If you want to inquire more about it, you can talk to Venleth. But I just need some time myself.
Okay. If you do want to talk about it, I know Venny kind of doesn't take my side all the time, and I know she probably has that habit with other people as well.
So if you do want to talk about it, you can find me around.
I'm good, thank you. And then he shuts the door and relocks it.
Okay. And I'll meander back over to the front. Now I'm actually gonna invite myself inside to go talk to Venny and see what the fuck's up from her end.
And you do see the, messed up furniture and stuff. Like there was like a bit of a rage fit thrown.
I'll probably see Oda there,
Mm.
and I'll look at her and be like, "What the hell?"
Well, such power dynamics in certain families don't really hand over very well.
And it doesn't have to do with Venny.
It started before she arrived. It ended when she got here. So I had to attend to the children. I still have to. I would most likely go talk with her. I haven't had the chance to check in yet.
Okay, all right. Just I'll go chat with her. Everything's good, and I'd let the old man cool down for a bit. He's a bit riled up, and I'll slink off to go find Venny real quick.
All right. Venny, eventually Patra comes in. If you're still in the room.
No, before Patra finds me, I will have checked in with the twins and Lysla before going up to my bedroom.
It's been a long fucking month in general. So they're just sort of exhausted emotionally at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like, it is what it is. And they sort of like go off and do their own thing.
Would I probably run into her traitorous brother first then?
No, you went after the father, and the brother headed out like nearly right after him. So you went directly for the father, and then there was a short break, and then the brother left. So when you were with him, the brother probably already headed out on his own way.
Okay. All right, and I'll just keep looking around until I can find Venny then.
All right. We'll say you come across Lysa, and Lysa lets you know that she went up to her room.
Oh, joy. All those fun memories of the time I shocked the hell out of her. And I'll make my way over there.
You mean the time you and Otzi fucking knocked her the fuck out?
Yeah.
Pretty, yeah.
You got knocked the
She
fuck out.
deserved it.
I genuinely have a hard time accepting, still to this day, that the tank of our group got knocked on her ass by you two.
Sometimes it has to be done.
Yeah,
You can't sacrifice yourself every time.
There you go. Send something in the D&D chat.
Stop doing this.
There you go. That's like that was Patra after she got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, it's like,
I can see that.
It's in the Dungeons and Dragons chat.
yeah, that's awesome.
All right. So you go up and go. We'll say in the meantime, do you want to get into the journal, Venny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like something that Derek probably did not leave out in the open. It's filled with a lot of scandalous and, stuff about certain robberies he was a part of with the Shadow Hand, certain political things he did. And one thing mentioned him taking a job from... Let me pull up the map. Him taking a job from Shengying. And...
Gasp.
How afterwards he didn't feel the best about it. He was paid to sort of weaken the defenses of the city. And after him and his men did that, that's when the high elves from Sun Hun invaded and caused a big ruckus. There's a after excerpt about how he felt like shit after he got back, until he heard about a fisherman who got back from the same, he got back from Shenying as well, and there was a rumor that he had a child with him that was not his own. So he investigated into that and offered to take the child off of the fisherman's hands, and the fisherman, for a price, accepted it.
Okay.
That's a long story again.
Was that?
Do
Sorry?
I have enough time before Patra finds me to try and find other entries about the job he took with the child, or how he
Uh,
was
go,
why he was intrigued by the child?
go ahead and make a uh, investigation check.
Ooh, that's my strong suit. Even though I rolled an 8, I got an 18.
So you're able to like speed read through. You get the main gist of it. It seems like the child wasn't the primary focus until after the job, because he felt guilty for it, and that he thought it was going to be like a soft invasion, like he weakened the defense of the city and they would come in and like be like an overwhelming force, but he did not anticipate that the locals of Shenying would fight back so hard, and it would be, since they had weakened defenses, almost a bloody massacre. So that's why he, and he also like did some research and kept an eye on Shenying, and found that the Blue Lotus didn't like really form into a full-on thing until after that event. So he also feels responsible for creating such a entity to deal with maybe later down the road. So he found a way to cope with it, and at first he says in the journal it was a way to cope, but eventually it became, that you became part of his family and he considered you his own daughter. As much as you can get before Patra. Do you knock or do you knock in the door?
I yell, Spartan kick, and then kick open the door.
There you go.
Like I'll turn the handle just enough where it's unlocked, and then I'm gonna kick it open.
That way you don't kick off the handle or anything, or the, you know what I mean.
Yeah. That way I don't break my knee or break the hinges.
Yep.
Very likely the former.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
There's
some fucky
You walk
walkie
in-
going.
yeah. You walk in on Vinny sitting on the edge of her bed with the book dangling, her journal, like just loosely grasped in one hand and her face in her other hand, kind of hiding her face.
Is everyone in your family just having a rough day today?
Viet decided he was going to tell father that he's no longer the head of house when I wasn't here to keep the peace. And
Oh yeah.
instead of trying to discuss it, he decides to threaten blackmail if he doesn't step down. And the two are both
Your
damned hotheads. Of course they're going to fight.
your
There's a
brother
reason
threatened to.
Yes.
What he threatened to blackmail him with?
I toss you the journal.
And I read through all the same stuff she read. I take it.
Yeah, summary of it.
Vinny, holy shit. Oh my god, this isn't even the thing I came up here for. Holy shit. So who's the bad? Is everyone just the bad guy here?
No
Isn't
one's bad.
isn't
They're
that just
just
life in
stupid.
general?
Shut up, Mark. Stop being so theatric, you bastard.
What is good and what is bad?
Fuck. Venny, your dad's a fucking monster.
He's made mistakes, just like you have, just like I have.
He bought you. He bought you as a child. After he got, like, a lot of people killed.
Benny stands up and kind of starts pacing the length of her bedroom,
Okay.
hands on the top of her head, kind of thinking.
Venny, Look, people make fucking mistakes. I make lots of mistakes. Thing is, I didn't get this many people fucking killed. I didn't buy a person. I'm just a lunatic horn dog half the time.
Though I will restate in the book, it said that he tried to get the child, just to take care of it first, but the fisherman wouldn't let it go without a price. So price wasn't the first thing talked about, but eventually, because the fisherman, he thought the fisherman saw that he was so interested in the kid. He's like, okay, I'll get some money for it.
Still, all the people getting killed.
Yeah. No, that's not justifiable.
Yeah, that's
Ugh, don't drop.
the thing. I don't want to blackmail your dad. I don't. But he has made a lot of mistakes. Your brother, on the other hand, he's the one I'm actually concerned about. If he would go and blackmail your own dad to take control of the family, does he need to be, I don't want to say this badly, but does he need to be dealt with in some regard?
No one here should be a head of house.
Say that again?
Mother would never take on the role of head of house. Vet is too prideful. Father's too stubborn. Laszlo wants to explore. The twins want to make a name for themselves. Who is there to lead this family then?
What does leading the family even have to do with anything? Is it just watching over the business, or?
Protecting everyone. It's maintaining our name and respect. It is running the business, making sure our trades and profits are worthy and continue on in a timely manner. It's making sure every piece of equipment that's forged here is shipped and sold. Making sure Mother keeps her shop that never closes, that's all open to those who need potions and health tonics.
Also, you do know that the head of house has to dance and interact politically with the other lords and the.
Oh yeah.
It's not really it's a militocracy, so people who have rank in military time served do have like a higher status over. It's sort of like what's it called? Starship Troopers.
Okay.
You guys ever watch that one?
Never watched it, but I know the general gist of it.
Yeah, it's like you get citizenship if you serve. And you do know that your brother did serve a little bit at Dual Dwar, so he's not, complete noob. So he does have some political pull. Go ahead, both of you make... We'll say insight checks.
16.
Okay. From all the moves that he has played, Viet does seem the most like politically and business oriented and sound, but he's not very like a heartful person. He's very like cold and calculated, but it seems like he was raised that way. He was raised in a completely different time and a different completely part of the Sunforge family. He wasn't raised in, the glamour and glitz that most of the other kids were raised in. Like the only other person who would know about it is Lysa, and she probably spent the least amount of time in the shitty phase. He spent the most amount of time in the shitty phase, and you can tell like he is driven to never let his family go back to that. And he's not going to let anybody risk the safety and comfort of him and his family.
So, Vinny, I can't and also refuse to make a decision on this, but to go over our options here, the two we have currently are your dad resumes keeping head of household, despite all the horrible things he's done in the past and everything that involves with you. Um, Alternatively, your brother takes over, and you just have this you have a monster on your hands, like just amoral beast. I know that look in the eye. I've seen it before. Sexy, but not a good personality trait.
He's not a monster. He's a good man. He's just set in his ways, just like father is.
Yeah, well, I have my definition of monster. You have yours. You want somebody with their throat slit, or you just need some help muscling somebody out of the way, or you need me to unlock a fucking door. Just let me know. But this is a little too family oriented and emotional for my care. I'll uh, I'll be outside, and I'd like to tuck that journal away into my pack as I'm walking
No,
away.
no,
Do you do it
I
sleight of
need that.
hand or?
Hand that shit.
Okay.
14.
I think go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, Venny.
23.
Okay. And what's your passive perception again, Venny?
13.
13. I'll say that you are not emotionally distraught enough to forget that you need it. So I will say that you do notice it's gone. You don't see Patra take it. If you want, I'll allow you to make a perception check.
I handed it to Patra. I know she has it.
She probably knows I have
Yeah. So I'll say you don't see her slip it in, but that's the last person that had it, and you're not emotionally distraught enough to be distracted. So does that sound fair?
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Still want me to make that check?
No, you justified it. You're good.
Okay. Patra,
Yep.
I would like you to return my journal.
I will pull it right back out and I will hand it off to her and be like, I had to try.
I know. Thank you. And I
Well,
kind of chuckle under my breath when I say it.
You what?
Vinny kind of chuckles when I catch you.
Oh,
Catch you in the play.
aww.
this is not behavior you should be encouraging. And I'll walk out of the room.
Okay.
Oh.
So Atzi, what do you and the wizard get up to?
Probably passed down on his shoulder and he's awkward as fuck.
We'll say you pass out on him, but he's not like the. To be honest, in this situation, the only people who are making anything awkward, he doesn't seem to care. He's doing his best to like make you guys feel comfortable, but he doesn't feel awkward. It seems like the only people who are feeling awkward are you guys. I'll just say that as like
Well, yeah, because he's a wise wizard.
yeah. He's what is it?
Okay,
He knows some things because he's seen some things.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Go
guess
ahead.
I'm gonna realize that I'm leaning on him and kind of wake up and like stand up straight and be like, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I'd say it's fine. You do not need to feel uncomfortable around me. I think that
Okay.
was drilled into you by your father, but I'm a very approachable person.
Oh, you are nothing like my father. We both know that.
I
You're
meant
gonna
that
get up and stretch.
he drilled the taboo of approaching me. He drilled that into your head. I'm pretty sure from what you've told me so far.
Correct.
And
Um,
I don't care about most things, socially at least. I don't judge people because I've been around for quite a while.
you and me seem to have the same perspective on life. Things happen for a reason, and you just kind of go with the flow, I guess.
Well, you live and you learn, and I have lived for a very long time, so I've learned quite a bit.
How long?
Go ahead. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Can Otzi guess? Just she's gonna like. Could you say a number because she saw the library? It's obviously his journals.
Sure, go
Could
ahead
she
and
do like a
guess.
guesstimate?
Just guess, yeah.
Like more than 1,000?
Go ahead and roll an insight check. 15.
15.
Stone cold face. You cannot read him.
She's gonna squint at him, kind of making a funny face. I'm gonna figure you out, wizard. I will figure you out.
You're more than welcome to, Otzi.
Are you planning to stay the night here, or are you going back to your? She kind of like makes a little, like magic hands, and then she kind of like makes a door, like trying to make fun of him. Sort of getting more comfortable.
I do have enough strength to make the tower, but I will go with whatever everyone prefers. Though this does seem to be a tense area to stay. Though
I agree.
I do need to go to one of my lavatories in Hillford before I head south to the mountains.
Do you plan to go there now or after you rest?
If you wish to go with me, you can hop along for the ride. I'll let the others know as well before we leave. But I think we
I'd
should.
like to join. Ati's gonna. Can she reach into her bag and throw him a healing potion? Will that help him with his exhaustion?
He
Or
holds
does
up
he not need those?
he holds up his hand and he says, "It's not a state of well-being, but my connection and tether to the weave itself." So
Okay.
basically, in player terms, he has a limited number of spell slots. He used a really big one, but he has just enough to do the wizard tower.
Okay. Okay. Shall we go look for my friends, or do you want me to go tell them that I'm going to come with you?
Well, perhaps we should also take some time, because do you not have a large amount of wealth to either distribute or to find a way to pack away?
Yeah, Ati turns around, looks at the crates. Oh, yeah. I really don't give a shit about money. I should really be careful about that. Yeah, I should probably figure this out.
Perhaps you should go talk with your companions and figure out what you're going to do with your wealth beforehand, and then we can work on travel arrangements from there.
Sounds good. She's gonna like walk close to him before going inside. What would a wizard do, or put all this money in?
Well, I don't suggest it for you because you seem to be the type that, as I saw from your instruments and your decor, you seem to be the type who puts a lot on performance arts. And from what you showed me on your hand, you like to have a little assistance in your magical capabilities. If you have anything that requires a gold amount, so certain spells, even from casters such as bards or warlocks, they do have certain things that do require gold or certain components that have a certain amount of money behind it. Um, that's something to buy. But as a wizard, uh, it's very expensive to be a wizard. You have to basically pay for your education, and you have to pay for special materials to copy down all your spells, as you can see. And then he has a satchel and pulls out a large tome. This is my spell
Mm.
book. This thing is worth probably 5 times the amount you found in that vault because of the amount of spells and the amount of time and effort I put into it. This is the culmination of all my spells I've had over the years.
Ati's eyes just like light up looking at it, and she just nods. She's like, "Okay." And then obviously she's gonna look down at her hands and kind of hide it behind her back, ashamed. Okay.
If you ever wanted to start learning and started putting some effort into the arcane arts, I could teach you if you wanted. But
Oh, she melts.
but unfortunately, this is only due to my own personal belief, and I do apologize for offending you. I will not teach you if you are dealing with devilkin.
She fiddles her fingers behind her back, touching the sigil. I understand.
I have had my own many experiences with them in the past, and though I know not all can be completely evil, I, from my siblings and I, we do not deal well with their kind. Not all of us, at least.
Completely understandable. Everyone seems to tell me the same thing, and I'm very stubborn, but your opinion matters a great deal to me.
Well, and you are a very sweet and young girl. Your own personal experience may be different, and as I said, not all devilkin are the same, but I have just dealt with one too many.
Okay. Okay, let me go get my friend so we can discuss what to do with this. You
Very
don't
well.
have to go in there if you don't want to.
I'll go take a walk in the gardens. Come find me when you're ready.
Okay.
And he heads off to the gardens. Or the,
Yeah. Rati,
mom's,
please.
yeah. Mom's weed stash.
Yeah.
Just has like a whole fucking farm area of just, ultraviolet lights and
Yeah.
hydroponics.
There's like a little hole in the middle of it where Ati would sleep.
Yep.
I can
Alright.
see it.
So you head in. We'll say, do you all want to converge in Vinny's room, or what's going on? Or
I am just kind of outside of Vinny's room because I don't really want to go anywhere right now. I just want to be. I kind of just want to be away from everybody. Like, there's too much emotional shit. I don't want to deal with this.
so you leave Vinny's room?
Does Ati?
I leave Vinny's room and I stand right outside, or I just go slink outside the door outside.
So Otzi, we'll say Lysa, Orsic, or Rurik, they point you in the right direction, and you eventually get up there, and you see poor puppy Patra sitting outside the door.
I'm gonna like kind of stand at the end of the hallway and kind of lean my head in. What's going on?
Um, There's a lot of family bullshit going on, and I care not for any of it.
Understood. Do you think we should
Oh,
leave
by the way,
Vinny
Vinny's
alone for the
dead.
night? What?
Vinny's dead.
Vinny's dead?
Yeah, I figured I'd lead with something else a little softer. She's sleeping peacefully forever on her bed in there.
She doesn't even let her finish when she like pushes her head out of the way and tries to open the door. Vinny!
The door isn't locked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you're
yeah,
able to
she's
open
there.
it.
Vinny! Vinny!
What? And I'm
Oh,
still
you.
just kind of walking the length of my bedroom, just in a circle along the walls.
Oxy's now fuming and looks back at Patra. That's not funny.
Did she tell you she killed me?
Yeah.
That shouldn't surprise
Sorry.
you anymore.
I'd be
So,
surprised if she did, though.
do you all converge into the room?
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll slink back in there.
Okay. So, for a point of reference story-wise, most of your current objectives have been completed, except for, finding both of your brothers and Otzi's family in the south. You have 50,000 gold, and yeah, that's where you're at currently.
Well,
Yay.
I have to be up to gold because I can put a good chunk of it in my bag of holding.
So, are you going to put... how are you splitting the share? Who's taking what?
Well, 50,000 between the three of us. I'm gonna set up a small inn or tavern at that Gray Skull that we have there. So I'm
Okay.
gonna tavern. So I'm gonna get that back up and running. So that's what I'm gonna do with my share. Say 15,000, 15, 15, 15, and then an extra 5,000.
Yeah, there's
Where
an
do
extra
what do
5,000
we
left over. If you want, you can start a party fund with that extra 5,000.
Party
for
fun.
equipment and stuff?
Yeah, for buying potions and stuff. It's up to you guys, or just have the extra 5,000 for business stuff, or if you want to leave for a long time, you could give Stalker that extra 5K to put into the tavern. And
I
his...
don't care for the extra. I'm gonna tell her I don't care for the extra 5,000. You two can decide what to do with it. I'm okay with my share.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead.
Splitsies on the.
Oh, go ahead.
We go splitsies on the 5K then. 17,500 each.
Are you sure up to?
Yeah. I'm just gonna spend it on weed anyways.
Holy shit! Could you imagine the amount of weed you could get with 15,000 gold?
Yeah.
They say
what's that?
the only way to OD on weed is to smoke 15 pounds in 15 minutes or something like that.
I think you'd
I feel
die
like
from a
Otzi could do it.
What was that? Sorry.
Your lungs would be so fucked up if I did do that. Then again, I'm a Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, what's the number since Otzi doesn't want it?
I'd get 15,000, and then you and I would both get 17,500.
And you're sure,
Or 7.
Otzi?
Yes, woman, yes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Checked.
and for some social description, this amount of gold is it's like you have the amount to just say fuck you to anything. You have fuck you money at this point.
Oh.
Yes, we do. And I am just just by the fistful, just pouring in an entire crate and a crate and 3/4 worth into my bag like an animal.
Though for Otzi, your 15,000, You don't have a bag of holding.
I don't. I was thinking of going to a bank. I mean, this is like the gold place, right? Like they have a really good bank, right?
I mean, you guys haven't went and looked for banks, but yeah, if you want to go look for one.
You gotta be careful though. They might be like, "Where'd you get all this money from?"
Yeah.
Probably use only some of it. Probably.
It's up to you. You want to
Actually, I
take
think
it?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna take my crate. I'm gonna ask my good friend the wizard, since he can like make magical doors. If he has like a magical room, I can just put this in.
All right. So you, somebody's fucking banging on a door outside. Jesus Christ.
Your cat.
I know, like they were like for a fucking hour, like knocking on so many different doors. It's like, why the fuck did you let it outside? Or like, why the fuck? Like, I don't know.
People
Cats
are
just
dumb.
leave.
I know, but
And
still.
cats are also sneaky bastards.
Yeah, they
Patro,
like
you're a
run out.
cat. Patro, you're a cat.
Oh,
I'm a cat?
absolutely.
Yes, you're a
Yeah,
cat.
you give off cat
As a
energy.
cat owner, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I own a cat too. Yeah, you're a cat.
Anyway, you go to the wizard and he says, well, I do have a pocket dimension, as I said before, but most of them lead to different vaults that I have around the world entirely and beyond. I think you're best either going to a shop and getting yourself stocked up on many things and then perhaps putting the rest into either property or a bank.
Well, I'm keeping a shit ton on my person, so that's my status there.
Okay.
So what does Atsu want to go do with her money?
I want to rob a bank.
I mean, yeah, but okay. I guess she's gonna have some on hand, and the rest of it she's gonna go take it to a bank because she literally doesn't know what to do with her money. And regardless, now she has a bunch of money, so she's like, I don't know, and I don't give a shit, but I can't go around saying that. So she's gonna put some in her pocket, and then I guess she's gonna go to different banks so they don't question it and be like, I just put it here and here and here.
All right. Do you want to go to the magic store real quick and look for anything?
Yeah, of course. And the herb store.
Okay.
We gotta get Mama Vinny out of her.
Before
stock.
we put away gold and before we like try to find places to store it, do we want to do shopping? For everybody.
Do we want to do shopping in game?
Yeah.
There is what I'm looking for at the moment.
I have to go pee, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
I know one thing.
Go
Pull out
ahead.
the Stone of Galore.
Yeah, do you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him up and like, we had a fun little adventure together, didn't we?
Yes, but I have grown eyes for someone else.
Oh, a particular someone?
Yes.
Say thy name, and it shall be done. Heh.
Caladan.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I thought you said something crazy there.
Give me to Caladan.
Any particular reason you want him specifically?
Well, no offense, but between the two of you, he's the much more juicier target.
I'm going to ignore how homosexual that sounds, and I will, alright, I guess I'll hand you off. Since I have you, there is one more thing I want to know.
Ask away.
One second. Let's see, can he... Can't see into the future. I think we've tried that, but
Yeah, I can tell you
I'm gonna
anything
ask
about.
you,
It can tell you anything about the past or anything about like certain locations or objects.
where is the fisherman that sold Vinny?
Ah, well. From what I can sense, he still lives at the docks that are in the cavern where you first arrived. He lives in a small hut off to the side, behind the cannery of the culted quail.
And as he's saying this, I'm gonna. While everyone's kind of looking away, I'm going to. One sec. I want to make sure I got some ink and whatnot. I'm pretty sure I do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I do not. I'm gonna slip. I'm gonna take the notes from him. I'm gonna slip inside real quick. Back into the house. I'm gonna find and just be like, I'll be back. I just got potty. I got potty break.
Okay.
Um, and I'll run inside. I'll find a quill and some ink.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull up my sleeve, and on my arm, I'm gonna write the directions there. The
Uh,
I'm gonna write down kill fisherman shack
mm-hmm.
behind the cannery
Got it.
at the.
All
So
right.
basically, I'm just gonna write myself a little note, and then I'm going to I'll be like, all right, appreciate it, and
You gonna try
when we
and untune?
separate, I'm gonna go walk over to the wizard. Um, so I'll step back outside very quickly and be like, hey, one more thing. Where's the wizard at? Otzi, do you know?
Otzi. Oh, you back?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Do you?
Yeah.
Patra's looking for the wizard. Do you tell them where the wizard's at?
Yeah, he's in the front. Why?
Okay.
Don't kill
I'll
him.
look. I'm not gonna fight that fucking wizard. There's no
Good.
way. And I'll go skip off to him real quick.
Mhm.
Oh, Caladan.
He's still sitting on the front porch, swinging on the front swing. He just seems,
You almost.
very casual.
Hey, friend. I have a gift for you.
Oh, and what does that, may I ask?
I pull out the stone of galore and I show it to him. It's a cursed stone with a monster in it, and he's kind of weird.
Roll a wisdom saving
And
throw.
I'm just immediately unattuning to it. Okay. Uh,
No.
uh, 15.
You feel like you're gonna start telling about it and like revealing about it, but you're quickly like you feel your throat try to say the words, but nothing's coming out.
Fuck. Okay. I kind of I like realize like, oh, so you don't want him to know. All right. And I look back to the wizard and I'm like, you know what? You don't want this. And I looked down to the stone and I said, I'm done with you. And I'm just gonna chuck that fucking bitch as far as I can throw it.
All right, go ahead and roll. Let me go to its thing again. Uno momento.
It's a wisdom 16 saving throw.
All right, this let me. I need to make sure I got everything for if this goes bad.
Okay.
Stone of galore. All right, go ahead and make the save.
Oh no, 12.
Sorry.
In one moment.
Pretty much just. I lose all memory of the stone being in my possession and all knowledge imparted by it. And basically, the only way to get it back is to do a greater respiration spell or remove curse spell.
Well, what you were doing was refusing to give it to the new person it wanted to be owned by. So, unfortunately, you don't lose your memories, but it does take control of you. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Ah, shit.
Damn it. Bro.
So you go to throw it, and you stop midway, and your eyes go completely green now, but are hidden behind the mask. And you quickly realize you're no longer in the driver's seat. You got thrown in the trunk and locked in there.
Fuck.
Jesus.
And yeah, that's where we're ending it for today.
Oh, God. Shit.
I'm dead. I'm done for.
So there is some things to do. Let's go ahead and end the recording here. So say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.